everybody. Are you guys sleeping or are you guys up? I can't go to sleep, so I thought I'll make one more recipe, easy one. And these are gonna go later on my YouTube channel, and I will let you know all about it. But right now, I'm gonna have them in Facebook, and you guys can watch if you like, and if you want to make one and I'm helping you, let me know, because I know a lot of people, it's something simple, but maybe you haven't done it before. So I'm gonna make white rice, and it's seasoned only with onion and any kind of bouillon powder or cube that you have. Usually I can also add bell pepper, but these two flavors combined are amazing. So I'm gonna do it for you, okay? Hey Mary. Okay, so I'm gonna start over here, and we can talk about whatever you guys want to. Let me know what you want to talk about. It's a good time, and right now for some reason I know what, I had coffee, and when I went to change the oil of my car this afternoon, and I went next door to have a cup of coffee, and I think that's what's keeping me up. But I'll go to sleep in a little bit. But meanwhile, I'm gonna make this rice, and that way I have rice ready for tomorrow. And you can make as much as you want, so I'm not gonna make that much. This rice tastes very good, so if you make it, make you a good batch, because you can have it with any ground beef, or you can eat it with beef stew, anything, chicken. This rice is very tasty. It's not just eating white rice with salt. This rice is the onion in the rice and the bouillon cube is what gives it taste. Taste it, try it, and let me know. And I'm gonna make another one with garlic. But these two over here, there are three rice. Well, I have few recipes of rices. Okay, I like the one that I'm making right now. It's onions and bouillon powder. I like white rice with garlic. I also like red rice, like Mexican rice. I love it. Okay, and I have another recipe that has these two ingredients plus bell pepper, and they are all the bomb. You know, it's not just eating plain rice, because when you come from work and you have a tasty rice versus that plain rice, makes a big difference. You know, you can just have it as a side dish. You can even fry an egg. Hey Patty, my friend Patty from California watching. Good to see you. I love rice too. And you know what? But when you make, I remember Lito's rice, Patty. I remember, and you too, you used to put diced potatoes in it, and I loved it too. Yeah, you can be, you know, creative, and you can put a little bit of meat in there. But I am making a basic recipe of rice, and I'm going to tell you, I don't think you will never forget these two ingredients. And with these two ingredients, your rice is going to be tasty. Just that. Okay. Then another day I will make one with garlic only. It's delicious. Garlic and salt. Then I have another one that I love it. That is these two ingredients and bell pepper, like I was telling you. And of course, the red Mexican rice. I love it. And everyone has a version of their own Mexican rice. So I've learned many ways, and I enjoy it. So let me add some oil to my skillet. And I'll bring you over here in a little bit. I'm sorry, I just couldn't go to bed, and I said, instead of being over here laying doing nothing, I'll make another video. Because you know what happened? I changed the oil of my car, like I was saying. And while they were changing the oil of my car, I went to have a coffee. That's what's doing it. So, but I enjoy doing these videos. That way we get to talk and to visit a little bit more. Or you may fry rice, Patty, let me have your recipe. I know you have good recipes. Let me have it. You know what, I was thinking about it, and that's why I bought this. You know, we didn't grow up. We did not grow up eating this, and this is probably something that, you know, we saw it, we had it, but I always thought of it, well, it has a lot of sodium, whatever. Not that we ate very healthy, because I remember liking devil ham, and that was there. It is salty, and I loved it. I ate it with crackers, but this I never tried. And so, you know, I've been shopping at Fiesta because it has so many international things, and I saw this. It's just a lunch meat. It's but anyway, this is very good. A lot of people use it in fried rice because it's very easy to dice, you know, to cut it in little pieces, and they use some of this for fried rice too. So, but I'll use it for something. I bought it because I thought I can always do it in fried rice or whatever. But let me know what. Oh, thank you, Patty. I love them too. Let me know the recipe you made of fried rice. I love royal blue. It was Christian's favorite color, blue, and I love royal blue. I like since I was a little girl, I like teal, aqua, blues. Those are my colors. Oh, the choco bananas, we made them. I don't know if you were in the video. We made them, and now I put them back in the freezer. I want to say, if you were with me watching the choco banana recipe, after we coated them with chocolate, because they were frozen, you can eat them right away, because now the chocolate will freeze immediately, because remember the bananas were frozen already. But if you put them back in the freezer for another hour or so, they're gonna be tastier. It's that crunch of the chocolate that you're gonna have, and that's why I put them back. I ate one like that, which was delicious. But let me show you right now. I can show them to you. For those that were in my previous recipe, right here, and now this is crunchy. You see, if they've been sitting there for 1 hour. I have some that I didn't dip, that I did at the end, but I still have chocolate. Anyway, this. That's my childhood flavor. This is it. When I ate the other one, it was a little bit too soft. Now it's been in the freezer like for 1 hour. This is our childhood flavor. Delicious. No more chocolate for me. I will never go to sleep like this. Let me put this back. Okay. So now let me put a little bit of oil. I'm using vegetable oil for rice. Oh, I got it in. Okay, never mind. I thought I got distracted talking about the other one. We got the oil going. Hello. Okay. Any rice. I'm not going to tell. You have your favorite. This is a generic brand, Gulf Pacific. And I'm telling you, I fell in love with it. I can't even remember where I got it. And it is so tasty and easy to make. I think it has to do with how you make the rice. It can be the cheapest rice, but if you know the amount of water to put, and the rice comes tasty with flavor, you're going to have a good rice. Okay? And I'll bring you over there in a moment. I'll put this over here. So we can cook together. Okay. Can you see me? Yeah. We don't want this to burn, so we put the onions in there. You're gonna hear a sizzling because the oil is been heating up. You know that I eyeball everything. So we're gonna put some of this. I'm gonna say about a cup. So I'm not gonna make that much. But one thing I can tell you, and that's not good for me. But I like this rice. I say it's not good, not because it's nothing wrong with it. It's just that, you know, we don't want to eat a lot of carbs. But this is a big temptation because it's tasty. It's not just plain rice. It's not just like you put it in the electric pot and put some salt in it and that's it. That has no taste. That onion and that bouillon cube will make a big difference. Now, not a whole onion, just a little bit. I mean, this was, let me see, a medium onion, and I got less than half. Okay, but it has to taste like onion. Don't put very little, but don't put a whole lot either. Okay, now you kind of do this. See how different? It's not just like boiling water and then you put the oil, the rice. You have to put it in this oil first with the onion, and that's what makes the rice tasty. All these combinations of flavors. Okay, you're kind of like if you're like when you want to give it a little bit of some people like it when it turns color, like it becomes whiter. I don't, you know, I do it just like I'm doing over here. I don't have a set time, just until all these flavors are combined. And I'm going to show you how it looks so that you know what to do. And see, I have it at medium heat. Show you right now. See? That's your rice right there. Okay. Smelling delicious already. Very good. Okay. So I'm going to save just a few minutes stirring it. Don't let it get burned. If you put the heat very high, you're not going to have a happy rice. It's going to be burned. And then you're not going to like it. You have to throw it away. Everything is at medium heat. Got to get used to cooking, you know. If some things need a lot of fire, it's okay. But this medium heat is good. Okay. Now, I'm going to put, if you put too much of this, you're going to have salty rice. Okay. So, we have about a cup. Let's see. See how I'm used to doing things, just eyeballing. This is a tablespoon, a little bit more than half of this, not the full. Let's see. And then I combine and I can see how it incorporates and if it needs a little more, just by seeing it. But it's better to put more than to add a lot and then can't take it out. Yep, this is looking beautiful. I'm gonna add just a little corner of that spoon. Little bit more, see? Very tip. Okay, that's it. This rice, see, that way tomorrow, if I have errands to do, whatever, I come back home. Today I ate out and you guys saw that beautiful blessing I got. That's what God does. I just went there and I even asked the guy, go ahead and charge it. Go to the drive-thru and try that one, because that one was working for everybody. And he said, no, I already talked to the owner, and I don't know, he did it very fast. So I knew that was God, and I took the blessing. So I ate out today. That was my plan. Changed the oil of my car and went to that Fiesta where I got you the stuff for the Choco Banana. Okay. Now that all these flavors are incorporated, I'm going to give you a trick. I'm going to let you see this. See, it's not burned, it's just got some flavor. You see it? Okay. Now, okay. Now, okay, I'm going to get some water. I'm going to put them over here. Put the water in this bottle. And this is how you know how much water to put in the rice. The way I was taught, my trick is an inch above the level of the rice. So that will be, this is an inch. This half of my thumb right here. This one, that's the inch. Okay, and it doesn't fail. You might have your own, I'm giving you mine, and that's how it never fails. So here we go. Okay, now I'm gonna put it a little higher, the stove a little higher, because I want this to start boiling. It needs a little bit more water. And you see now, I have my hands clean and washed. I think that's pretty much the water it needs. Let me see. Give it a little stir. Might need a little bit more, just a little. It's almost there. There, not all of it, just a little bit. Okay, so now I'm right there, and now this is going to start boiling. Okay, once it starts boiling, I'm not going to close it. I'm not going to use a lid right now. We're going to let it boil and get happy and all that. Later, when it's starting to get dry, the water has dried to the rice level, then we cover it and we lower the temperature very, very low. I mean, not almost off, but less than medium. Okay, and that way the rice will finish getting soft, but it's not gonna be sticky. It's gonna be that nice loose rice with all that good taste. So right now we're just gonna let this boil. So while that is boiling, I don't know what you guys want to talk about right now. If anybody wants to share something, I'll be happy to hear. I'm over here in my kitchen just making rice for y'all. I'll bring you over here and we'll let that cook over there. Okay. Yes, la olla tiene que ver. Definitely. What Patty's saying, that the pot where you cook the rice has a lot to do with the taste. Definitely. I agree. Did you guys see mine? That is my old, what do they call it? Caldero. So with my Puerto Rican friends, when we lived in Illinois, I learned the difference between cooking rice in a regular pot and in a caldero. That's why I bought it. But then you can do so much, and the taste of the caldero that gives the food, I don't know what it is, the way it browns the food, but it's delicious. For rice, for sure. That's what I use to make rice, the caldero. And you can find those at Mexican stores, a lot of places are sell online. Caldero spelled C-A-L-D-E-R-O. You can buy it online, and they have all sizes. They have the ones where they make the stews and all that, and then they have also, those are the large ones. They have the super large ones, like for parties and all that. They have the large ones where they make stews, big stews, amounts of stews and all that. This one, it's medium size. I'm gonna say this is the small one, what I have. There's another one medium. larger than this. But yeah, all sizes. I have a large one too, and I use it a lot for Christmas when I make my tamales. That's when that one comes out. Or if I have a special party or something, I bring it out, because if I can cook a lot of food in it. But for rice, definitely this one. It's very tasty. Okay, so Patty uses 1 cup of rice for 2 cups of water. That's how she makes. Like I said, everybody learn and has a trick for rice. I learned this one back in my, I think I was 19 when I learned that. Because before, I used to always mess up the rice, either too soft or too hard, and I didn't know what to do. But I also remember, and it kind of matched with my grandma used to tell me, don't cover the rice. It's going to mess it up. It's going to be too soft. It's going to be mushy. And, you know, you hear all these advices, and some of this makes sense all at once, and some of this until you mess up a few times, then you go back and revisit and say, no, she was right. So that's what happened. And that's exactly, you know, how I do it. Like with that inch trick with my thumb. For paella. So for paella, they have another type of rice, which is very little and different. Delicious too. And I had my paellera, whatever you want to call that, which is flat, you know. And I don't cook that much anymore, but I guess I can buy a small one. It has to be in one of my boxes right now. I use one room for things I had in my house. But yeah, I definitely encourage people to get one of those, because that's when you make the real paella with that flat type of a skillet. I mean, it's probably, I don't know how many inches high, maybe 2 or 3, I guess, but it's not very high, and it fits a lot of food, because what it is, you know what they do? That's the trick. It's very large in size, and so what they want is to get a good crust, because Spanish people they love that crust from that rice. And so do Puerto Ricans and Cubans. It's the same influence, our Spanish influence. It's good. Okay? Lo tostadito, they call it. And it has another name too. But that, you know, the rice that sticks to that skillet, that's the best one. That's the tastier. And that's why the paella is made like that, because then they can get a lot of that rice like that and all the other flavors on the top. So it's not a very deep one, but it's large. I'm going to show it to you one of these days. Maybe we'll make together. We can make a seafood paella. That will be fun. Really fun. Yep. Hey, Victoria. Hi, Ivan. ¿Cómo está? Saying hello to El Salvador. Saying hello to Houston. And my Shirley, my beautiful Shirley. And Alex over here in Houston. Eva. And Diana says, I'm hungry. Diana, you know what I'm going to answer you. You know what we're going to say. Diana and I, we're funny, because sometimes we'll be texting around this time, and she will say, I'm hungry. And I said, me too. We're not supposed to be eating this late. So what do? And we both, man, we're like little mouses or rats. We love cheese. I got all kinds of cheese in my refrigerator. And she says, let's go make a cheese sandwich, or a grilled cheese sandwich. And we always laugh really hard, because we end up eating cheese at night. We love cheese. Yeah, we're going to make it, Patty. I'm going to, yeah, it will be fun to make a paella. Definitely. You know, my father, he lived in Spain for a long time. And he told me that the original paella from Valencia has rabbit. I have only tried rabbit once in my life, or twice. with the same uncle, my uncle Oscar. He's in heaven already. It's starting to dry. I can hear it. See my ear. I'm used to cooking, thank God. It's not burning. But it's getting lower, drier, the water. So I'm going to cover it. I'm going to bring you to see it. So, see? You guys can see? It's drying up. No, I'm going to let it dry up a little bit more. Okay. And once it dries like that, we're going to put a lid and it's going to be very good. Okay. Yeah. Rabbit, it might be, you know, over here in Texas, Patty, if you go to especially supermarkets that are like in some of this country, in the country, or even in the city, you find rabbit. Over here in Texas, you find rabbit. You find a lot of interesting things that we don't find in regular supermarkets. Let me put a lid because I can hear it drying, and I don't want this to, let me get a special. Okay. Now, okay. Now we're going to let it cook in very low heat. Okay. And you can always adjust. You know, not very, very low where it's not cooking, but, you know, not too high. Less than medium for sure. Okay, so we were talking about rabbit. So, yes, rabbit, definitely. I love rabbit, but I tried it 2 times. One in what we call salpicón, which is boiled and then chopped, and they season it with onions and herbs, and it's delicious. And I think the other time, I think it was like on the grill, asado. Yes. But it was a little girl, and it was interesting to me, but at the same time, I couldn't process as a little girl, how can I be eating a bunny? So that kind of messed with me. But I mean, I remember liking it. So maybe what we're going to do, I might go buy rabbit, and we can have a good paella valenciana that has everything. Or we can also do a paella with, I put mussels, shrimps, fish, and you know, you can just do all kinds of seafood, and clams. Clams give a very good flavor. Even if you just have rice and clams, it's delicious. It's a lot of flavor. Was that, hi Julio, it's good to see you. So good to see you here. It's kind of late over here in Houston, but I couldn't sleep, and I was telling everybody I know why, because I had some coffee around probably 4, and you know what that does. So some people are the opposite. I know people that have coffee and that they just go to sleep right away. They're blessed like that. So yeah, it's cooking. I can't help it. I'm paying attention to the food here. Let me check it. Okay, just checking the temperature, adjusting it, because if it's not cooking too much, then you don't want to stay hours, and that's not going to be a tasty rice. You want it to be cooking, but at low temperature. It's almost done. So yeah, I know we're gonna have to try. And there's so many other dishes that people do, like fried rice, like the one you made. Maybe you give me the recipe. But I have one that I make. I like a lot of veggies and protein in the rice, more than rice. I don't like a lot of rice and very little protein. Maybe you can ask her for the recipe. Patty has a friend in Valencia, Spain. I would love that. I would love that recipe. We can always search one online. Good to see you, Julio. It's very good to see you, Julito. Yeah, we can always bring a recipe, you know, like Google it. But I love, see, I'm in a group from a lot of groups from Spain, and they make, believe it or not, a lot of the food we inherited definitely is from them. They brought to us, like, you know what we call quesadilla in El Salvador? They make a lot of that bread in Spain. I think it has a similar name. And it depends where you're from, but they eat like everything from the tail to the head of the cow or whatever animal. They make like fabulous dishes. And I can definitely see the influence in us from Spain, definitely. We have mixed, you know, it's a melting pot everywhere, but we have a lot from Spaniels and from the Indians too. And that's where we got our corn dishes and tamales and tortillas, which are huge in our culture and delicious. And I think it's in that mix that our cultures are so rich and so good. You know, the maize, the corn brought like definitely all the flavor to Hispanic countries, and it's used as a staple. It's a daily, the daily bread. You know, in countries like Mexico, Central America, let's say, South America. Well, it's called arepa in South America, but we all have a type of tortilla, and it's how we eat. It's our bread. But actually, if you pay attention, all cultures have it. Like Indian, they have their own pita bread. They have, you know, many other ones made of wheat and many other grains. I'm sure that, you know, I don't know all of them, but it will be interesting to know from other countries. But I know we all have that type of tortilla, even if it's not corn. But definitely in the Americas and North, Central, and South America, corn is big. Just pay attention in other cultures, even over here in North America, in the United States, how corn is used in the cornmeal. You know, it's very similar to the taste of a corn tamal, because it comes from the same plant, from the corn. Over there is 9:35. Over here, it will be 11:35. As soon as this is done, I'm going to go and take my makeup off and then take a shower. Probably have a tea to put me to sleep. I don't know what kind of coffee they gave me. It was a Salvadorian restaurant, but it must have been strong. It was Folgers, I remember. It was very good though. Let me see. And with rice, I'm going to bring you over here so you can see it. There is a technique. With rice, there is a technique. You never stir rice when you're cooking rice. You don't stir it like you're whisking an egg or something like that. See my caldero? That's my pot for cooking rice. Okay? You stir it like you folding it with love and care. That's how you want it. Fold it in. Bring it from the inside to the outside. Inside, and nice and soft and kind, because we're not breaking this rice. We just want it to cook even. And you turn it once. You're not turning this and turning it and turning. No, then you're going to have mushy rice, mashed potatoes. So now we go back and close it. I think the right lid for this broke. I can't find it, but I can get rid of this. It's a treasure. I've been cooking on this caldero since my son was like 4 years old. So it's a treasure for me, and a lot of other things I keep. So yeah, almost done. We're gonna taste it. It's almost done. So where is Lito, Pati? Sleeping? Let me see. Yeah, we're in different times. Definitely California is 9:35. Over here it's almost midnight. But as soon as this, we're almost wrapping it up here. It needs just a little bit more time. But I can tell you by what it's in the spoon, it's tasty. It's got that taste that we're looking for. Really? Oh, Patty. I have recipes of people that I have in heaven, dear customers I used to have. I have collected recipes from people with great heart. Oh, thank you. You have to show them to me one day. Show them to me. And I love to go through my old cookbooks too. You find beautiful recipes. Yes. Like I want to do some fondue recipes. I know I have an old book from fondue. I mean, you can do so many things. It's almost cooking there. Almost done. Good night, good night. Oh, yes. So, yeah, definitely we'll have to do a little research on my old book. I don't have a lot of the books are in boxes, but I have beautiful books that I have bought recently. I want to be using it for the fall. One of the last books I bought before Christian went to heaven, I bought it at Cracker Barrel for the fall, and it has the most fabulous recipes with pumpkin and all that. We used to love, we had our friends loved to come to our house because we had these pretty fall dishes that we use for Thanksgiving that I can't remember. They're all in boxes, but I think it says give thanks. And they actually loved it, the dishes, and enjoy eating in them. So I will be looking for the book to cook. Let me see if I have it here. I can show it to you. Yeah, I have this one, and it's from Gooseberry. I don't know if you can see it there. I want to be cooking a lot of recipes from this book. It has just a lot of good things. Stuffed green pepper soup, slow cooker veggie lasagna, cherry chocolate yum cake, warm fall lemon cake. I mean, this is just a lot of recipes to go. But a lot of it is with pumpkin because it's for the fall. But I also want to be doing soon some recipes from other countries. I'm going to make some lentils from Sri Lanka that I learned in California, actually. Let me check the rice. I'm going to be using red lentils. I don't know if you have seen red lentils in the supermarket that Indian people or Middle Eastern people use a lot. They are delicious. A lot of people don't try them, but they are amazing. And I will be using, they cook with cinnamon for salty dishes. We use cinnamon for a lot of our sweet dishes. I also want to introduce and share with people that don't know about cardamom. I want to share that with them too, because many people use that spice, and I just want to, you know, maybe people just don't know what it is, and that's why they don't use it. So I want to bring it to everybody. I love cardamom. I love it. I used to eat candies from Guatemala. Cardamom candies. They're tasty to me. If you have that flavor from your childhood, you're gonna like it. So let's go and see, because we're about to go to bed soon. I know it's getting late. And we're gonna taste the rice. Make it very low. Okay. This is very good rice, people. Oh my God. Right at the end, I'll give it one more stir. And just like I told you. And that just makes it finish cooking evenly. That's all. See? And we're done. We are done. There is our rice. And it's delicious. I am not going to eat a bowl of rice before I go to bed. I'm not going to do that. But I'm going to eat another spoon here with y'all. Look how beautiful. Look how loose this rice is. See? Not sticky at all. That's how you... This was my grandmother's approval of rice. That she will say, bien sueltito. Like very loose. 100% good. Thank you so much for staying and sharing with me. Patty, you have been an awesome guest. Thank you for sharing all those nice things about paella and rice. And I hope to see you all soon. Maybe tomorrow. I'll have more recipes, and I'll try to make something fun for you again. Okay? Sometimes people can't go to sleep. This is a good time to share a recipe too. Or maybe early in the morning, I might surprise you one of these days. I was thinking to do that, like rice early, maybe do some cool pancakes or so. All right? God bless you guys. Have a wonderful night, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.